All right, good evening out there, everyone. It is a few minutes after 8 o'clock. It's 8:07 Eastern Time, Saturday evening, January 24th, 2026. Um, Today has been what an interesting system. If we want to just do just talk about that for a second. While we're talking about that, this is the current radar of the system. um, yeah, what a system. I mean, you go from basically this time, about 7 days ago, this time last weekend, looking at this system on the model. With a massive snowfall across the southeast, that it was predicting. What was interesting is the models handled the timing of the system very well, even 7 days out. I mean, 7 days out, it was showing starting late Friday, and ending Sunday. That's pretty well been spot on. So if this would have been summertime, or even late spring or early fall, when we don't typically have to be concerned with winter weather, we would have said the models would have nailed this 7 days plus out. It's only because of the winter weather aspect of it that everybody is so upset and talking about how you know that meteorologists have no idea what they're talking about and all kinds of that stuff. But you have to realize, you know, the models nailed the timing of this system. They nailed it out 7 days, before it even happened. And it's currently at the time the right now at 8:09 Eastern time. It is 26.2 degrees up here on Dayton Mountain. Um, you know so it is so hard to predict the winter weather aspect of this. And but I just thought that was kind of interesting. The models literally nailed this system as far as timing. That hey, we were going to get some precipitation, and nailed it a week out. The models did very well. It's hard with our terrain. I mean, you got the Smoky Mountains that 4, 5, 6,000 feet elevation. Then you have the Cumberland Plateau. It's around 2,000 feet elevation. The valleys in between, the valley in between the higher elevations of the Squatchy Valley, that valley in between the two locations. I only get to coughing when I talk. It's crazy. Um, and also something else. And I promise we'll dig into it. I'm just ranting for a minute. We had this high pressure system north of it near the Great Lakes. Wind goes clockwise around a high pressure system. So it was blowing this cold air down, and you had the cold air damming on the western side of the Smoky Mountains. Western parts of North Carolina, western parts of northwestern parts of South Carolina, extreme northeast of Georgia. All those have that cold air damming that causing a lot of stuff. Then as the air went up and over the Smoky Mountains, coming down into extreme eastern Tennessee, the foothills of the Smoky Mountains in extreme eastern Tennessee, the air actually, because it had went up over the mountains, it had actually dried and warmed up as it went down. So you have, and we'll kind of zoom in and look at this. Let me pause this for a second. Looking at temperatures here, some of the foothills of the Smoky Mountains, you're 41 degrees, 35 degrees, it's 34 degrees, 33, 35, 37. It's quite interesting. All above freezing in what would typically 40 degrees there, areas that would typically be cooler than where we are. Um, So this was an extremely hard system. But if this would have been spring, summer, or fall where we didn't have the cool temperatures, this would have been a forecast that was nailed out by the models. Um, but some of those dynamics is just interesting. Okay, we'll get into some real talk here. So, got Pat watching, Josh, Christina, got Michael, I guess, Kyle, Sue, got my parents in here watching. So, thank you guys for joining. So let's jump right into it. So like I said, currently at 8:12 Eastern Time, it is 26.3 degrees here on the mountain. That's my weather station there. Notice we're still, all around the area is still showing the higher elevations being below freezing. Dayton, you're starting to get between that 30 and 32 degree range. Spring City's between 30 and 31 degrees. Let's see where Chattanooga sets. Yeah, between 30, 31 degrees. So the temperatures have come up. We started the morning off at around 26 real early this morning. Dropped down to 22.3 degrees as the humidity level went from 36%. We're sitting at 96%. So we dropped as the air moistened up closer to that wet bulb temperature that I showed you on this morning stream. Notice the wet bulb temperature this morning was 19 degrees. We never did get down to that. We got down to the 22, but we're warming up now into the, like I say, 26.3. But you're starting to see this warm air come in. Like I say, I'll zoom back out, and we'll put that into motion a couple of more times, and then we'll jump into. Okay, we got. Thank you, Ashley, for the report. Got a report of power flickered about 30 minutes ago or so. Ashley, generally, where is that? I apologize, I can't remember. Are you up Spring City, Evansville? Just kind of let us know roughly where that's at. And also, you guys let us know what you got. We got a little bit of a dusting of snow up here on the mountains of western parts of Ray County earlier this morning. And we're setting at just over, I'm estimating just over 1/10 of an inch of ice. I will say that the moisture did not come in here as heavy as the models was showing earlier. So we spent, okay, that was in Grandview. Thank you, Ashley, for that. So had a power flicker 30 minutes ago in Grandview. So thank you for that report. Yeah, the moisture didn't come in as quick as or as heavy as the models was initially showing this morning. At this point, the models was showing we would have almost a 1/2 inch of ice on the mountain, and we only have just over 1/10 of an inch, not quite a 1/4 inch of ice accumulation, at least here at where I'm located. So one thing I wanted to show you, everybody was asking, it's below freezing. Why are we having rain? I want to show this. Now, I'm not the best at reading a SKU-T plot, but this is a research weather balloon that was launched a couple of hours ago from the University of Alabama in Huntsville. Right now, it's this is live as we speak now. It's 36,000 feet above, in between Chattanooga and Cleveland. But as it's popped. It's got the parachute symbol, so this balloon made it to 64,000 feet before the balloon popped, and it started falling back down. But what I'm interested here is this SKU-T plot over to the right-hand part of the screen, and I apologize, I can't zoom that in, at least not this SKU-T plot. But basically, if we look at, as the weather balloon goes up, it's taking temperature readings. and it plots that on what's called a skew-T plot. So down at the surface, we know that we're 26 degrees here on Dayton Mountain. We've already looked. Chattanooga's around 30 to 31. Dayton's around 30 to 32. We've looked at all that information, so we know that we're below freezing at ground level. But look what happens when we go up. So this is in Celsius. I don't believe I can change that. But anyway, that's not too important. But at ground level, at 1,200 feet above sea level, the weather balloon was showing -1 degree Celsius. So that was coming out of Huntsville. So that's 31 degrees, 1 degree below freezing. So as we go up, about the warmest temperature, so about 4,072 feet up, we are 9 degrees Celsius. So that's 41 degrees. And then you get above that and it starts dropping below zero. So what happens or below freezing. So what happens is the snow's falling out of the cloud. It hits what this warm nose that kind of starts right at about 11,000 feet down to about 4,000 feet. Actually, no, we're above freezing all the way down to 2,000 feet, roughly. And earlier, that was closer to 15,000 feet. So that warm nose, that warm air has been coming closer and closer and closer to the ground, and it's almost to ground level. And the models are still showing that's going to happen by morning. So just wanted to kind of show that. That's why we're getting the freezing rain. Here is the weather balloon that the National Weather Service in Nashville launched. At 6 o'clock on EST time. So it's currently at 4,000 feet above ground, but it made it to a maximum height of 77,000 feet. But again, if we look at it, let me clear that skew-T plot. Let's select this balloon and look at its skew-T plot. I know this is some nerd whatever, but okay, well, for some reason it's not allowing me to view that data, but it looks like, if I'm going to read this just raw, it looks like at about 6,000 to 7,000 feet it's almost 30 degrees. I'm sorry, 40 degrees, almost 40 degrees. So anyway, just wanted to kind of show that. We have that that warm nose, so that warm air above us. So anyway, got Brandolyn in here, Sharon, Daniel in here. Thank you guys for watching. Any questions, just let us know. Let us know what you've seen today. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the model. So this is the HRRR model. This is high resolution rapid refresh. This is going to take this storm all the way out. So if we start right now to where we're at now, actually this was a couple hours ago because this is the 48-hour run. So if I can get it to cooperate with me. So this is right now what the HRRR is showing. I'll tell you what, we'll do a wide and then I'll zoom in. So this is 2 a.m. tonight, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. This is 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock tomorrow night, kind of getting out of here at around that 4 to 8 o'clock. This is 8 o'clock. And then notice as the cold air comes in behind it, this is midnight, 1 a.m. going into early Monday morning. It's going to have some snow on the back end of that. Snow showers and flurries. So as we zoom back into southeast Tennessee here, let me bump it up to where we're at now. So this is live right now, and we'll just go forward with it zoomed in. So again, we're still seeing the freezing rain in the higher elevations of the Cumberland Plateau. Most of the valley areas too, we're just getting, as I showed you at the beginning, we're just getting to that freezing mark in Chattanooga and Cleveland and Dayton. So here within the next few hours, that should change to all rain. But as we move forward, you're going to notice it's going to have a little bit of a break, a little bit of a light around 11 to midnight. It's going to lighten up a little bit, and then the main line's going to come in. And notice this is 1 a.m. Noticed all of the valley locations. Now, ignore the temperatures. The temperatures are not going to change. So ignore those temperatures, but the colors is what we're looking at. So it's showing all the valley locations as rain. Still freezing rain in the higher elevations of the Cumberland Plateau. Some of the highest elevations of the Cumberland Plateau at 3 a.m. is still getting some of that freezing rain. And then as we get into, this is 5 a.m., 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., and then notice, we're really, even the higher elevations is really out of the freezing rain. This is 2 a.m., so it's only going to be the highest points from 2 a.m. on. So if you want to say from that 2 to 4 o'clock, the HRRR is showing that everybody's going to change to, including the higher elevations, is going to change from freezing rain to all rain. Of course, the valley locations, that's going to happen a little bit sooner. But moving forward, going to have some heavy rain as we get, this is 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'm going to have some heavy rain through the early parts of tomorrow, early afternoon, maybe even some thunderstorms. It wouldn't surprise me if we see some heavy downpours and maybe even a rumble of thunder here and there. We're going to see kind of inch to 2.5 inches of rain from now through tomorrow. But it is going to be rain even in the higher elevations. So as we get, this is 3 o'clock tomorrow evening. It's going to start wrapping up kind of around that 3 to 5 o'clock time frame. We're going to have a little bit of a break, and then as the front comes through around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, this is 8 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock, this is 1 a.m. Monday morning. We're going to have some light snow flurries, light snow showers on the back side of this where the colder air is coming through, squeezing some of that moisture out of the atmosphere. This will be light. We'll look at the model in a second on accumulations, but this will be light. Getting out of here around 5 to 6 a.m. Monday morning, the little snow flurries, snow showers. It wouldn't surprise me if you've seen a snow flurry all the way till a little bit later on into Monday, maybe even all the way to lunchtime. But that is kind of what we got going on. Let's switch over to ice accumulation. And let's run this out. So the good thing, this is on top of what we have right now. So as I said, the moisture didn't come in here as heavy and as quick as the model was showing earlier. So we had that break. We had that little bit of snow showers this morning where everybody kind of got a dusting, and then it kind of just tapered off, and we had a little bit of time there where it was really just misting. The moisture didn't get in here as quick as, or the amount of moisture did not come in as the models was showing. So that is great news. That kept the mountain from getting the accumulation that we were originally showing. Originally, it was showing that we would get, somewhere between 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch of ice and even more. The good thing is, right now we've only got just a little over that 1/10 of an inch of ice accumulation here at my location. And just as we've been talking, just the 23 minutes I've been on this live stream, we've warmed up from 26.3 degrees to 26.9. So we are still warming up. But yeah, we're only going to add, we still have the potential to get 1/2 inch of ice in Dayton Mountain, Evansville Mountain, over towards Grandview, down to ignore that. That's not going to happen. But Signal Mountain would be the same. I really think what's going to happen is we're only going to get up to about 1/4 inch of ice. So I don't see any severe I don't see, that quarter inch of ice is not going to. You may have a few trees go down, but you're not going to have the issues that we would have had if we had gotten to a half inch of ice. Even though the model is showing an additional almost half inch of ice up through the mountains here of western Ray County, eastern Bledsoe County, northern or south parts of Cumberland County. This would include western Hamilton County and eastern portions of Sequatchie and Marion. Even though it's saying we may get another 4/10 of ice, I don't think that'll happen. I think we will end up somewhere on the higher elevations between that 10th and a little over a quarter inch of ice. So luckily, that is great news. That'll keep us out of having the severe issues. So looks like we've kind of dodged a bullet here, because had more moisture come in here earlier during the day when my temperature at the house was 22.3. Now we're 27.0, so it's coming up. So had more of the precipitation come in when we were sitting at 22, 23 degrees up here on Dayton Mountain, this would have been a little bit worse. So yeah. Let's look at temperatures. All right, so let's see where we at here. This is and I tell you what, let me take the MTARs off. That way we don't get confused. Can I not select it? Turn it off. All right, let's put wind direction instead. That'll work. Okay. That way we're not getting confused with that, because that's not going to move with the graphic. So this is 11 o'clock tonight. Let's just go ahead and go up to midnight. So this is midnight tonight, and Morgan Springs area. This is Dayton Mountain. It's showing around midnight, around that 30 to almost 32 degrees. So when will we get above freezing? So 2 a.m. The HRRR is showing around 2 o'clock in the morning that we will get above freezing in the mountains of Dayton Mountain here, western parts of Ray County. Let's see where we're at now. This is 8 o'clock. 9. So around 11 o'clock to midnight, the model is showing Dayton to get above freezing. Of course, we know that right now, this is pretty accurate. So this model run is the 18Z. This was a few hours ago. I've backed up a few hours ago, because every 6 hours or every 4 to 6 hours, this model does a 48-hour run. So I went back a couple of hours. This is not quite the newest run, but what's funny is I've bumped up a few hours from when this one come out to 8 o'clock, and it shows 32 degrees in Chattanooga. And as we seen at the beginning of this stream with the live temperatures, that was pretty much exactly right. So this model's doing a really, really good job. But so yeah, around 11 o'clock to midnight for some of the valley locations getting above freezing. Looks like the higher elevation is going to hang on to that till kind of that 1 to 3 a.m. time frame. And at that point, everybody will be above freezing. So that is great news. Before we jump off of this graphic, we've got to go ahead and jump up to Monday morning. So here comes the front. Sunday evening, this is 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. As we get on, the temperatures are gonna... Oh, let me back up just a second. I want to show this. So you can see the model is predicting Dayton to get up to 45 degrees tomorrow before the front comes through. So we're going to get well above freezing tomorrow, and with that really heavy rain and being this far above freezing, the ice accumulation that we got today is going to be gone. So that is great news. I mean, really, this couldn't have went any better. But as we get... it just keeps dropping. There we go. Start it up. So this is 11 a.m. on Monday. As you can see, this is 6 a.m. So from that 6 to 11 a.m., the model's showing it be its coolest. So Monday, Monday. It's not as cool as they were showing originally. Monday is going to be in the 20s all day. It's not going to get above freezing. And then, okay, so we started over. Hold on a second. Let me make sure that I was looking at that right. Yeah. Okay, so that's as far out as it goes. This ain't the... let's go to 23Z, see what happens. See how far out we can go. Okay. We're gonna have to switch models to go out a little bit further. The NAM Nest. Let me see how far the NAM Nest will let me go out. I want to show Tuesday morning is what I'm interested in. That's not gonna get us there. Okay. Go the old GFS. Now this will let me go out far enough. Sorry guys. I try to stick with the highest resolution model I can, but we don't want to go out that far. All right, here we go. Here we go. So this is Tuesday morning, showing 7 degrees Tuesday morning. So in Dayton, of course, this is not a high resolution model, so it's not going to pinpoint the mountain locations. But higher elevations is going to be close to 5 degrees, and valley locations are going to be close to 10 degrees as we get into Tuesday morning. So that's about all I got, I guess. Does anybody have any questions? Like I say, up here on the Dayton Mountain where I'm located, we just got a little over 1/10 of a inch of ice. We got a dusting of snow this morning that powdered the ground just a little bit, and then the little over 1/10 of an inch of ice throughout the day. Luckily, the moisture didn't get in here as heavy as it was originally predicted to. Is there any graphic that you guys want to see? It is 27.2 at my house now, so we have almost warmed up a good 3/4 of a degree in the 30 minutes that I've been on this live stream. So that's interesting. And for some reason, that would not let me zoom in or out. There we go. All right, got a question about Kingston. Kingston's pretty much the same. The same. You're gonna see you're hovering right around 31 degrees right now. 30 to 31. So another couple of hours, you'll be above freezing and switching to all rain, and you will remain all rain throughout the rest of tonight and tomorrow. I know what I wanted to show. Tomorrow evening, after about 6, 7 o'clock, when the front comes through, we will get a few snow showers on the back side of that. Let's actually look at accumulations for that. 0Z is 80%. It might go out far enough. So yeah, you only have Joseph. You only have a couple of more hours of freezing rain, and then it's going to get above freezing and be plain on rain. Okay, so this will be snowfall total, and what I want to do is, where are we at? 26 at. Man, I need to go even further. Okay. We're going to have to while we're waiting for the HRRR to continue updating, yeah, you guys tap the screen, give us some likes in here, let us know, kind of where you're watching from. If you have any questions, we're going to kill just a few minutes to let the HRRR get out a little bit further, the newest run. Teresa Vick, welcome to the stream. In the meantime, let me do this. Let's switch over to the NAM 3 kilometer and see if we can look at that graphic. That's only going to give me snow depth. Ashley, thank you for the likes. I greatly appreciate it, you guys. Jamie, got you on here too. You're very welcome. Thank you for joining the stream. We've kind of luckily dodged a bullet here, it appears. Let me pull up... Let me pull up... let's see here. Let's do the NAM 3 kilometer, and we want to do regional. We want to do Ohio Valley. We want to do forecast slideshow. We want to do winter weather. Then we want to do total snowfall 10-to-1 ratio. Then we want to jump forward. Wow. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm yes. That takes us. Okay. So this is the NAM 3 kilometer. This is taking us out through Monday afternoon. Notice I can't zoom in, but notice that it's really not showing any snowfall accumulation. So the snow showers that we're going to get tomorrow evening into the overnight tomorrow into Monday morning is going to be very, very light, and that's what I was wanting to show on this. It's not going to have any accumulation aspect to it other than a dusting. 88%. Let's see if it'll let me run out far enough. Excuse me, guys. Yeah, this is 12 o'clock on Monday. This is far enough. So yeah, the snow flurries and snow showers that's going to come in behind this system tomorrow night into the wee hours of Monday morning is really not going to accumulate. It's not going to be much more than a few flakes flying. Parts of the higher elevations in the Cumberland Plateau may see 1/10 of an inch of snow. That's just a dusting. So thank you, Ashley, for the likes. I greatly appreciate it, guys. We got Brittany in here, Randall, Summer, Adam, Deneen. Teresa's watching from Ofort. Thank you for being in here, Teresa. Teresa, what do you got in Ofort? Do you have any ice accumulation? Did you get a dusting of snow this morning? Kind of just let us know what you got this morning and what you got this evening. Just out of curiosity. I'm just curious. I didn't venture out really anywhere today. I did earlier when we had the snow, but once we started getting the freezing rain, I did not. Joseph, thank you for the stars. I greatly appreciate it. Ashley, thank you so much for the likes. I really, 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 really appreciate that. And by the way, you guys can send stars and all that. I definitely appreciate it. Don't have to, but I definitely appreciate it. If you're interested in helping out, just send me a message afterwards, because I do pay for these software. So like I say, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can. So let's look at this. So this is literally the 8 o'clock run of the HRRR. This is literally the updated updated version of the model. So we're seeing this together live, and it's it's holding on to a little bit more freezing rain in the higher elevations. Notice the little bit of pink still there in the highest elevations there next to Brayton Mountain. This is 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, where the older run was showing it to be rain by this point. That's going to fluctuate a little bit, but the timing of when these higher elevations are going to get above freezing. But I really do think on the information we're seeing, I mean, just, we've went from 26, I forget, I think it was 26.3. We're now 27.4 here at my location. So just in the last 40 minutes, we've warmed up a degree. So, I mean, that's pretty. I really think that around that 10 to midnight, all the valleys are going to be above freezing and into rain, and probably that 1 a.m. to 3 a.m., all the mountains are going to switch over. Now, this is in southeast Tennessee. I will say the model, if you're, this is not for people up towards Nashville. I'm not, if there's anybody in here that is curious about a little bit further northwest towards Nashville, let me know. But otherwise, I'm pretty much just concentrating on the area in the screen here. But yeah, as we take this out, this is 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. This is noon tomorrow. This is 3 o'clock tomorrow, getting on towards the edge of it. 4 o'clock tomorrow, and in the fronts, this is 5 o'clock tomorrow, and 6 o'clock, and then out of here. Now, if we move a little bit further forward, it's like I say, right there is 1 a.m. Sunday night, or Monday morning, 1 a.m. Monday morning, and 2 a.m., we're going to have some snow showers and flurries as the cold air comes in and it squeezes the moisture out of the atmosphere. So let's get the radar back on here, and that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So get this playing. So this is the live radar. So okay, no, Joseph, you're welcome again. Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. Every little bit helps. Teresa got a 1/4 inch, but rain now is setting at 31 degrees. Thank you for that update. That's kind of what I was thinking. I think everybody got about the same amount. Even where I'm at, I'm just shy of a 1/4 inch of ice. So I'm somewhere between 1/10 and a 1/4 inch of the ice accumulation. So I think that's kind of what we've seen pretty much across the board. I did venture out a little bit earlier today. Everybody pretty much seen the dusting of snow, the snow showers earlier. But yeah, that's really all I've got. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. The likes are flying up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I still got quite a few of you guys in here watching. Do you have any questions or anything? Anybody want to recap or anything? Still got quite a few of you guys in here. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. Vic, thank you. Ashley, thanks. I greatly appreciate that. Been a fun week. It's been a long time since I've streamed this much. I have a little bit of a better setup now. Actually, this is the best setup that I've ever had when it comes to the to this streaming. So this is the best setup I've ever had, and I'm kind of back in business. So Teresa, you didn't have any snow, only the ice. Okay. That was in Old Fort, Tennessee. So I figured you guys would have got the snow flurries that we've seen. I ventured out on my back roads earlier. Gosh, it was 11 o'clock today, I guess. We had that dusting of snow, and it pretty much was the same downtown Dayton. Of course, it was 22 degrees at that point up here, and then by the time I got to Dayton, it was 28. So it was still well below freezing. Sheila, you're welcome. Yeah, I agree too. I think the Lord spared us on this one because it was cold enough for there to be ice. Originally, the models was showing it to be quite a bit of the freezing rain this afternoon and this evening, and as you guys know, it was just kind of drizzle. For many hours, we had just a drizzle. Um, that really kept us because we were at 22 degrees. It's 27.5 now. I mean, it has warmed up almost a degree and a quarter since I've been streaming the 45 minutes I've been on here. So pretty interesting. But as we're seeing through the weather balloon data, the above freezing temperatures is not very far above us. So that's working its way. I'll be slowly working its way down to the surface. So yeah, we kind of dodged a bullet there. And it's not that it wasn't cold enough. It was just that the rain wasn't as heavy as it was predicted to be on the first half of today. Now tomorrow, late tonight, into tomorrow, some of this is going to be pretty heavy. So like I say, you're going to get some pretty heavy downpours tomorrow. I mean, there's even a concern of possible flash flooding, and there may be a little bit of thunder tomorrow. Ashley, thank you so much for the likes. I definitely appreciate it. Let's see here. Yeah, Teresa, we'll do. You do the same. Be careful getting out. Everybody needs to be careful getting out Monday, because it's going to be cold. It's going to be extremely cold. So any rain, any water that we have on the road, will freeze. It's not a question of if. It's going to freeze. So be cautious of the black ice on Monday. I think everything will kind of be, for the most part, taken care of by Tuesday, unless you have a big puddle in the road. If there's an area where there's a big puddle on the road on Monday, it'll probably still be there Tuesday. But I think a lot of the black ice would have evaporated by Tuesday morning. We're not going to get above freezing on Monday, though. And it's going to be brutally cold on Tuesday morning. So, yeah, Destiny. First of all, thanks for joining, and second of all, yeah, I know that that beautiful, little dusting of snow we had is mighty crunchy now, and the steps are slick. So, be cautious of that. So, oh, you took off Monday. That is, there you go. There you go. That was smart. Oh. So no, that's great. Building up on the mountain, Porch Rock Road, solid ice. Yeah, Zane. I don't doubt that at all. The Highway 30. They treated it with the salt and the brine solution. The salt brine solution will bring the freezing point of water down from 32 degrees down into the mid to lower 20s. So the roads that were treated should be fine. That doesn't mean, you use caution, but any of the back roads that wasn't treated, I'd say they're a sheet of ice. I've not been out since 11 o'clock, 10 or 11 o'clock today, so. But yeah, no, that's awesome you building up through there. Cool. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys. I still got quite a few of you guys. I don't know how far that stream is off on this one, but I still have a decent amount of you guys watching. I hate to cut it off. Just kind of for one more minute here. We'll end it at 50 minutes on the stream if nobody has any questions or anything. Tomorrow, I will probably get up in the morning and do a stream like I did this morning. That was kind of unannounced. I just got up and decided to do one. I will probably do a short stream tomorrow morning just to kind of talk about some of the look at some of the temperatures, talk about how much rain we got coming in. But that's about it. So thank you guys very much. I greatly appreciate it. It's been a fun week streaming here. It's been quite chaotic trying to follow these models back and forth. But it's like I say, the models did a great job on predicting that something was coming. It pretty much nailed the timing of the system down 7 days out, which is amazing. It just it just can't deal with the terrain and the temperatures. There's a lot to take in. That's why you will hear the meteorologist call it I can't talk, model guidance. It's a model. It's a computer generated model. We have several of them to look at. A lot of them are pretty good, but it's a model guidance. It's something for the meteorologist to look at and take into consideration. It's up to the meteorologist to take into consideration elevation changes, different things like we discussed, and there's a lot of stuff that I didn't even discuss. There's a lot of stuff that I don't even know, because like I say, I'm just doing this for fun. But the cold air damming, the fact that the air warms up when it comes over the mountains, on the leeward side, and just all the different characteristics of the the air cooling down to the wet bulb temperature as it moistens up because of evaporated cooling. There's a lot of stuff that's got to be taken into consideration that the models don't necessarily do. So anyway, guys, thank you very much. We will see you probably sometime in the morning, and yeah, guys, this has been fun. So remember, icing in the mountains until 1 to 3 a.m. ish. Icing in the valleys for the next few hours. Then we're going to change the rain. It will take a little bit for that rain to melt the ice that we have accumulated. So I still advise no traveling tonight if you don't have to, especially on the higher elevations and on the untreated roads. Okay, guys, thank you very much.